Hello and hi, welcome to Yedidia Shofet.net, and welcome to a special double feature, and that is one in Halakha and one in Jewish wisdom. Today's question, which was addressed to the chief rabbi, is: Rabbi, I and my girlfriend were very close with each other, and we keep our distance, obviously, but we want to get married. Now the problem is, I'm in the army, I'm in the Israeli army, I'm in the Tzahal. I have a year and 3/4 left. Her situation is she only has 2 months left in her studies, and then she's going to go more abroad from the center of where I'm going to be based in. So we're not going to be near each other at all in 2 months. So what's the point of getting married? I'm barely going to see her. And then I found out that if I go to the army, they said, if you do get married, we will call you 1 day less a week, most probably, where you can actually go home. You can actually see your wife. That's on a good week. And I know that that's not a good way to start off a marriage, because what's the halakha? The halakha says that the first year is a very important building factor in that marriage. Now, I'm not going to see her barely the entire year. And not only that, but in terms of economically, they say they're going to pay us 400 to 500 shekel more every month because we are married, on top of what we get. And that's really nothing. It's only like $120 more. It's really nothing more. On a good soldier, $200. That's it. It's going to be hard economically. We're barely going to see each other. And not just that, there's going to be also more of a distance between each other. But I love her. And I want to be able to get married. What should I do? If I get married, I'm scared I'm going to have problems. If I don't get married, I'm going to go crazy. What should I do in such a situation? So the rabbi says beautifully. He says in just 2 lines, Im ha'isha, if the woman, meaning your soon-to-be wife, if she realizes and understands the situations and is maskim and agrees, and remember this only applies to a mature couple, and agrees that this is what's going to happen. I'm going to see you once a week. I'm going to see you every so often, maybe holidays a little bit more. And I know that we're going to go a little bit through tough times, so we're going to have to ask help from either our parents or from our family to get married. Meaning all of this is discussed before. Mitzvah, hi la'aktim et nisuecha. It's a mitzvah in order for you to get married. Not to say, no, don't get married only when things get settled. Because the truth is, first of all, there's always something that comes up. Always. And when that happens, you never really know exactly, maybe I have to wait another year. Maybe I have to wait until I make money. The truth is, the rabbi is saying that, look, when you have this opportunity, you have this chance, you found someone that you see that the qualities are the same, they're matching, you should take this opportunity. Talk about what's going on, about the timing and hours, because it's very important. Many times you'll see people who are doctors getting married to someone who's not a doctor, has no idea about the medical field, and they hear, okay, he's a surgeon, every so often he has to take calls here and there, I'm sure it's going to be easy. But what happens? She doesn't realize that, my husband is now married to the hospital. My husband, his time is not his anymore. They're paying for his life. That's why they're paying him so much money, obviously. And what comes out of all this? That after a while, if she didn't realize all this, if she didn't talk to him about all this, she's going to be in depression. She's going to be in anxiety. Because she's going to say, what type of life is this? I barely see my husband. But then you have the other woman on the other hand, which I spoke to one time, a pharmacist who told me firsthand. He said that this other lady, every day she pushes the husband and saying, go, do it. Why? Because she sees what type of good he's doing, and also they agreed on it. She understood where he's going. The support comes where you understand the situation of each other. That's where the support method comes. So, Bezrat Hashem, we understand a lot from this halakha about how we have to be able to get married. You can get married even in the most extreme situations. You have an ability to get married. You have to obviously speak with your rabbi, speak with someone who has great wisdom to understand what's going on in your marriage, what's the best idea in your marriage. But don't just think everything is too difficult. Sometimes there is a way to put it, and that way to put it is through the ways of the Torah. And God willing, anyone who needs to get married, I give them the bracha through this limut, through this learning of the Torah, they should get married. The second question, which is in Jewish wisdom, which a little bit applies to your mannerisms, is what communication tools should I remember to employ when speaking to other people, which is very important. Because, when you talk to someone, you just can't talk to everyone as if that you know them, or you talk to everyone in the same conversational tone that you speak to your mother, to your friend, to your wife, to your brother, to your son. You have to realize that everyone, there's a special tone how you speak to them. What's that tone that we have to use? So the RABBI, he says very simply, no matter who you talk to, pleasant tone only. Pleasant tone, pleasant content, pleasant tone, and pleasant content. No point of raising your voice. No point of trying to. The word sometimes comes to me in Farsi, but in English it doesn't always come. But basically, try to interfere with their mental ways and try to say, "Hey, I don't like the way that you're doing something. This is not right for you. This is not the right way how you have to do this project. You have to do the project like this." You can't talk to everyone like that. You only have to have a pleasant tone how you speak to people. If you're going to have a harsh tone, not only would your message not get across, but you'll also be known as a harsh person, because your tone, it shows what type of person you are. And he continues to say something very interesting. A few weeks ago in the Parsha, we read about Jacob, where Jacob, he went to a well, and all these shepherds were there, and they were all strangers. And he called them, "Hey brothers, how you doing?" He asked the welfare of them. He showed the sincerity in them, and he called them his brothers. He doesn't know who they are. Why would he do that? Because he wanted to show something very beautiful. That everyone you have to share your information with has to be shared with a pleasant tone. It has to be shared as if that you care. It has to be shown sincerity. Why? Because you have to realize every person that's walking in the street that you meet could be a potential friend in the end. They're not just someone that you're never going to see again. That's how you look at it. You pass by, you drive, you cut off someone on the road, on the street. You're like, I'm never going to see the guy again. You do business with someone, never going to see him again. Truth is, they might know someone, they might know you, they might see you again, and also you might get into the habit of doing these things. But you can't ever think that, no, I'm not going to see anyone again. And everyone has a potential to be your friend. Why would you have that idea to say, listen, I'd rather have a one-time deal with him than to ever see him again? Why would you ever do that? If you know that potentially he could be your friend and you could have multiple deals with him, potentially someone could be your friend, you could have a nice conversation with him without attacking each other, why would you go the other way? So Bezrat Hashem, we realize two things from today, and that is, understand that your tone makes a very big difference. It shows who you are. It shows how your content is given over. It shows how your content is, if it's really harsh content or if it's even soft content. It can make a very big difference with the tone. The second thing is, you have to trust HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You have to trust Hashem, especially when you want to get married. You have to be able to trust God in that He will help you with your marriage. But the first thing is, you have to realize, what are you getting yourself into, in terms of not just, oh, everything is great, we'll just get married. You realize, no, everyone, of course, has their strengths, have their weaknesses. Some people, they're able to be closer together, and they need to be close together. If the husband or wife go away for a week or two, they'll be devastated and depressed. Some people, they're strong enough. They're strong enough for the husband or wife to go for the studies or to go for work, or for them, in order to come back, and they have to do their services or duties, and they can handle it. So you have to realize that each and every person is an individual that needs a little bit of consideration in how you're going to deal with their cases. I wish you a beautiful day.